Okay, Fiona, who's 3 now, thanks to the calendar changing, and this is her mother, Shay. She is 15, born in 2010. Both of these horses are for sale. My last 2 horses, I'm retiring from the horse world for personal injuries and health reasons, and I retired from my postal job in a few years, and I'm going to travel. And just for lots of reasons, I'm moving on. I've enjoyed my horses. I've had them my whole life. I've been training since I was 14. These are the last 2. And I just got a little message for y'all. We'll see. I'm going to do it a little different. Tell you a little bit about Shay. I got a little poem I'm going to read. This might be a little long, so if you don't want to listen for a while, then you can just keep on scrolling. Oh. Let's see if I can get on bareback. It's been a long time. Okay. I made it. Oh, on the 30th of this month, I'm having my shoulder replaced, an injury from my job, which is why I'm motivated to sell these horses. Fiona needs somebody who can continue. I'm going to be out for 2, probably 3 months, and it might even be longer than that before I can ride again. And I don't want everything I did to go to waste, not that it would if I didn't get to it, but I'm going to give somebody else the opportunity to do something great. These are amazing horses. They're well bred. I've been starting horses. That's my favorite thing to do. I like starting babies and then moving them on to somebody else who can do something great with them. That's always been my passion. I probably don't do everything exactly right, but I try to not break their spirit more than anything. I try to make them be a horse. I started her when she was 2, just like Fiona. The fall of her 2-year-old year, I start light riding, and then gradually it increases and increases and increases. When Shay was 3 years old, in the spring, at a horse show in Sauk Center, Minnesota, she won all of her classes in English division as a 3-year-old. In 2014 at the Minnesota State Fair, I got high point. I got a Dale Chavez belt buckle for her high point with her. In 2015, she won every class in 3 different divisions in a coliseum with about 10,000 people watching her. She's a pretty cool horse. She's given riding lessons to 3-year-olds and 78-year-olds and many people in the middle. People talk about their unicorn. Well, this is your unicorn. But if you think your unicorn just appears and is magically there and doesn't cost you anything and you're not going to put in the time to get it, well then you're not going to get that horse. So if you recognize the worth and the value of what it takes to have that unicorn, well, then this horse might just be for you. I'm going to read you a little poem. Author is unknown. You cannot remain unmoved by the gentleness and the conformation of a well-bred, well-trained horse. More than 1,000 pounds of big-boned, well-muscled animal, slick of coat and sweet of smell, obedient and mannerly, yet forever a menace, with its innocent power and ineradicable inclination to seek refuge in flight. And always a burden with its need to be fed, wormed, shod, with its liability to cuts and infections, to laming and heaves, but when it greets you with a nicker, nuzzles your chest, and regards you with a large and liquid eye, the question of where you want to be and what you want to do has been answered. This, for me, is something I had hanging on it was on a poster that I had of my old ranch in Minnesota, and I would look at it, and it really describes how my view of horses is. I've always loved them. They're amazing animals. I try to not break my horses. I try to keep their spirit intact, and yet get them to trust me to do what I want them to do. And you know what? Of all the horses I've trained, and I've been doing it for a really, really long time, every horse has taught me something different. Every horse is just a little bit different, a little bit of something, a tweak here, a tweak there. But in the end, I get pretty good horses. So if you recognize that that has a value for you and you're interested and you're looking, you're obviously on these pages because you're looking for a horse or you're interested in horses. Well, if you're the kind of person that feeds your horse before you feed yourself, if you're the kind of person who, when the weather is absolutely horrible outside, but your horses need to be taken care of, that you're out there. That you do what you need to do to make sure they have the best life and the best care that they can possibly get, well, then you're the kind of person that I'm interested in. Because I'm looking for the right person and the right fit for these horses. I'd sell both of them to the same person, that would be great. If that didn't work out, well, individually is great. So my challenge for anybody who's looking for a horse, if you know the value that you think these horses, they're very well bred, they're very well taken care of, then let's negotiate. It's more important to me where they go to and how they're treated. If you own your own property, if you own your own place, if you're the person who brings your horses inside into their own personal safe stall every single night, no matter what, or if you have, that's the kind of thing that I'm looking for. Somebody who cares maybe even more about the horse than they do themselves. That's the kind of person I'm looking for. If you're that kind of person, then send me a message. Maybe one of these beautiful animals could be for you. If not, well, I don't know what to say. Anyway, what else can I say? I'm not really sure. She's 15, she's 3, and I don't know. She's pretty much push button. Anybody can ride her. Well, I shouldn't say anybody, but if you have even the slightest little bit of anything horse related, you would be able to make this horse work for you. Fiona, she needs somebody with some experience. She needs somebody that knows how to bring her along. She could easily be ruined by the wrong person, but she's at a point that she is a great start. I don't just take good care of my horses, I take exceptional care of my horses. If you're that kind of person, then you're the kind of person that I'm looking for to take one of these horses. Fiona's pretty close to as tall as Shay is. She probably will get to, I would say, 16 hands. She'll probably be a little bit taller than Shay. She has a finer head. She has a little bit of a quirky personality. She likes to play. She's only 3. I don't know, let's see. What else? Trying to get her on the other side here. Neighbors have cows, so they're used to cows. I think Fiona would be an amazing dressage horse. She could be an eventing horse. Whatever. So, if you're interested, shoot me a message. I'm not going to give my horses away, but the place that they go is the most important. I also know their value. So if I don't find somebody by January 30th, when I have my surgery, however long it takes me to get back to them, as fast as I can get back to them, I will. But in the meantime, I just would love to find somebody to take over where I've left off. I don't know if I'm repeating myself, probably, but I feel strongly and I'm pretty passionate about it. But I'm also ready to move on. I'm also ready to let go of the responsibility. I'm ready to move on to the new chapter in my in my life, and I need to move on from the horses. So, anyway, there it is. Fiona, and Shay. All right, I think that's it. Like you said, if you're interested, shoot me a message. Negotiate with me. If you think you're the right person for these horses, or one of them, or both of them, hey, if you want to buy both of them, I'd probably make a really good deal. But you're gonna have to have the right situation. You're gonna have to have the right scenario for me to be like, yeah, you're the right fit for this horse, and I'll know it. And if you're still listening, well, you're probably a lot closer than the rest of the people. So, anyway, there it is. Both these horses for sale. May the best person get the horse. Have a great day.